At the end of this video, you should be able to solve the linear programming problem using Lingo. It is an optimization and modeling software, and the main focus is to interpret the results given by the Lingo. We are going to make the use of Lingo. It is an optimization and modeling software. It is a licensed software, but its demo version is available for the educational purpose. You can make use of that. Link to download the Lingo is given in the description section. We will formulate one linear programming problem out of this problem statement given over here. Then we will solve this problem with the help of Lingo. Then we will try to interpret the results given by the Lingo and try to understand the meaning of linear programming problem results. So the problem statement is like this. A carpenter produces tables and chairs. Net profit for one table and one chair is $5 and $3. Production time required for a table and a chair are measured at different times of day. The estimated to be 2 hours and 1 hour respectively. Total labor hour is limited to 40 hours. Raw material required for a table and a chair are 1 unit and 2 unit respectively. Total supply of raw material is limited to 50 units. How many tables and chairs must be produced per week to get the maximum profit? Out of this problem statement, we can create this table. Now this table indicates X. It is the quantity of tables to be produced, and Y is the quantity of chairs to be produced. So this becomes our decision variables, and these are the constraint, and these are the relative values of constraint, and $5 and $3 are the profit made respectively. Out of this table we can formulate the linear programming model. So we have, as we have seen, that X, let us assume that X to be the number of tables that is to be produced, which is to be decided, and Y be the number of chairs to be produced, which is to be decided. These two becomes our decision variables. Now we need to maximize the objective function, and objective function is given with this equation where 5 is the profit made by selling one table and 3 is the profit made by selling one chair, which is subjected to the constraint. Now this first constraint is related to your labor hours, your second constraint is related to the raw material, and there are two more constraints which are we call as an non-negativity constraint, as the value of chair and table cannot have a negative value, so we call them as a non-negativity constraint. Now let us go to the Lingo and get the solution for this linear programming problem. Now this is the interface for the Lingo. Now we have written over here the objective function, and these are the two constraints, and we have written in the same way which is required for the Lingo. Now here is an button, solve. You need to click that button and it will give the results. Now this is the status window. If you close this, you will get the result window. Now we will try to understand this result window. Right, this is the Lingo solver status window. Now here you can see that it has given us the model class, which is linear programming. Then it gives us the information about which kind of an optimum solution we have got, that we have got the global optimum solution. What is the value of an objective function? So we have got the objective function value as 110, and how many iterations it required to come to an optimum solution. So it took 2 iterations to come to an optimum solution. Then there are some more informations are given, right, like number of constraint. So total number of constraint 3, so 2 constraint plus 1 non-negativity constraint. So number of variables, that we are having 2 number of variables. So all this information is given over here. Now let us go to the solution report. So this is the report which is generated with the help of Lingo. Now here you can see that the first thing and most important thing is the what is the value of the two variables, that is x and y, for the optimum solution. Now here we can see that the value of x, which is nothing but the number of tables to be produced, is given as 10, and the number of chairs to be produced is given as 20. So this is the solution we have got for this LPP. Now if you produce 10 tables and 20 chairs, you will get the profit of $110, and that is the maximum possible profit, and which is the optimum solution. So these are the three main interpretations from this solution report. Now there are more interesting reports available that we will see. Now the next thing is the most important thing here is this row. Now this first row is giving you the optimum solution, but the second row will give you information about the first constraint. Our first constraint was about the labor hours, and it is giving some information about this labor hours in this row, and it is giving you the information about your second constraint in this third row. So this information is important for us. Now what is the slack or surplus variable? So what is the slack? Slack is the leftover of a resources, or surplus is the excess of an production. As in our case, we have the slack variable, and which is nothing but the leftover of a resource. But in our case, for both the constraint, that is for constraint number 1 and constraint number 2, right? So constraint number 1 and 2, we don't have any slack remaining. But if there could have been value of, let us say, 1 or 2, so we can say that this is the amount of labor hour or the amount of raw material which is unused. Now one more very interesting thing that we need to understand with this solution report of Lingo is the dwell price. So what is this dwell price? The dwell price gives the improvement in objective function if the constraint is relaxed by 1 unit. Now we know that this particular row tells you about the constraint related to first. So and first constraint is about the labor hours. We don't have any slack variable or surplus available over here, right? But what this indicates, this 2.333 indicates that if you add 1 labor hour, your profit will be improved by this much value. Similarly, this particular row tells us that if you add 1 unit of raw material, right, your profit will be improved by 0.333. So it gives me some clear idea about which input I should make available more so that I will be in profit. So I hope that you must have understood the interpretation of this LPP. Thank you.